I want to talk about a concept in NASCAR, and it's called target fixation. And it's basically the idea that they tell the drivers, they train them to focus on openings and gaps when they get in a spin, not the wall. Because if they focus on the wall, they will inevitably steer into it and hit it. They focus on the positives. They focus on the gap because that's where they need to go. They don't focus on the wall because they will inevitably spin out and hit that wall if that's their focus. This is a part of a broader psychological idea that your mind fixates on what you're focusing on. So for example, if you're focusing on your job that you dislike so much and all the negative things about it, it's going to feel like a negative experience every day. But if you take it day by day and approach all the little things that are good about that job or good about that experience and start to just really focus on that, you'll develop training in your mind to only focus on those things, only focus on the good. I'll give an example. So I worked this job where the shifts went until 3 a.m, and obviously not ideal, but I figured I had to work this job at the time. It made sense. It aligned with my what I majored in. So I was doing it, and before I started that shift, I decided that I'm going to approach this job with a positive mentality and just find all the goods about it, all the good things about it. And ultimately what happened is I decided every hour of every day that I was at that job was going to be a good one. And I was going to view it as a good one, no matter what happened. I was going to say, I'm grateful for this job. A lot of people don't have jobs. I'm grateful for the ability in my youth, I should say, to stay up late and do these things when many others might not have the physical capacity to do so. I'm grateful for the opportunity to get up and go into work, right? That's something that many people might not be able to do. On top of that, all the things that this job gave me were, an income, and I met my girlfriend there, which was obviously lovely in itself. But your mind will instantly try to fixate on the negative thing. So if you can train yourself to only focus on the positives, that's what you're going to focus on. And it'll make every experience a positive one because you'll find something positive to put in every experience. I'll use another example, right? With public speaking, it's so easy when you get up in front of a group of people to say, okay, don't forget what you're going to say, don't say the wrong thing, all this. But now your mind is fixating on what not to do, what you don't want to do. So most of the time, at least in my experience, what I've heard is that people do what they don't want to do. They get nervous, they say the wrong thing, they do this and do that. But you'll find this is actually a tactic I use to help me public speak. I would just rehearse in my head what I'm going to say. And I would be like, I'm going to say that. This is what I'm going to say. And I focus on that. And then I would be fine. Obviously, it took time to get there. Public speaking isn't easy. That's a whole thing in itself. But I rehearsed it in my head, and I knew it was something I wanted to say. And then when I got up there, I had no problem because I was focused on it. So retrain your mind to understand that the positive thing is what it should fixate on, not the negative thing. Because if you go through life constantly seeing only the negatives, you're going to live a negative life. But if you try to focus on the positives in everything, even if it is an objectively negative situation, then you can change your perspective. So I hope this helped your idea of re-angling perspective towards situations positively. And thank you for watching.